Welcome to UNT's Cashier's Training. To review this training again or for additional resources, please visit the Budget Office's website at www.budget.unt.edu. There you will find additional forms, documents, and links. Goals of Training Program. So, you may be wondering, why do I have to take this training program? Great question. Here at UNT, it's very important to us that all of our employees are trained consistently and cohesively. Thus, the main goal of this training program is employee safety. Secondary goal is to help educate our participants to protect the cash. Thirdly, accurate accounting for the cash. Fourthly, certifying users in UNT cash handling policies. At the end of this training, you will have an excellent understanding of our policies and our procedures when it comes to handling any type of cash here at UNT. At the completion of this training program, there will be a 10-question exam in which you must obtain an 80% or higher to secure your certificate of completion. But don't worry, I'm going to give you all the information you need to be able to pass it successfully and be able to complete your job satisfactorily every single day. These are the primary policies that govern the cash handling process. You are required to read them thoroughly. They may be found at policies.unt.edu. Policy number 10.006, Cash Handling Controls. Cash handling controls is the primary policy. It states that UNT is committed to establishing strong internal controls for handling cash to ensure these assets are protected. It ensures cash is processed in an accurate and timely manner, and deposits are properly reported. It defines authorization as well as cash, secure deposit locations, written procedures, overages, shortages, separation of duties, and fund types. Policy number 10.017. This policy reviews petty cash, demand deposits, and working funds. Policy number 10.024. This policy covers sales and receipts of funds. Policy number 04.007. This policy covers fraud. Again, for additional information on these policies and to read the full details of each, you may review them at policies.unt.edu. According to the policies, cash is defined as any way the university gets paid, including cash refers to currency, coins, checks, bank drafts, automatic clearinghouse, also known as ACH transactions, electronic fund transfers, also known or referred to as EFTs, money orders, traveler's checks, cashier's checks, or cash and debit credit card transactions as well. All of these items are defined as cash. Please keep in mind during this training and as you operate in your cashier's role that when we refer to cash, we're referring to all of these items listed. As a cashier, you are required to complete cashier's training annually. This training that you're currently viewing will qualify for that training annually. The second step is to complete the exam at the end of the training and print out a certificate to be obtained by your supervisor. Again, part of being a cashier here at UNT requires you to have cashier's handling training annually. The first step is to complete the training annually. The information will be documented in EIS or PeopleSoft. Step 2 is to obtain a certificate of completion that is signed by your supervisor. At the end of each day, departments will acquire a significant amount of cash. It is important to safeguard the cash. Each department must have a combination lock safe which is attached to a fixture. An appropriate fixture would include a wall or the floor. Please limit individuals who has the combination to your safe. However, there should be a minimum of 2 people in your department who has the combination for ease of access. Please remember that as individuals leave your department or leave the organization, it is a good idea to change the combination to the safe. As a reminder, cash cannot be kept in a desk drawer or a file cabinet. It must be kept in a safe, and a safe that is attached to the facility. Your department may accept checks. Please remember, when accepting checks, there are a few things that needs to be noted. Checks must be made payable to the University of North Texas and be endorsed immediately upon receipt. If your department would like to buy an endorsement stamp, they can be secured through the Printing and Distribution Solutions Center. The endorsement stamp should read, "Paid to the order of Wells Fargo Bank for deposit only, University of North Texas." The purpose for endorsing checks is to prevent someone else from cashing it if it's lost or taken. When you receive a check in person, be sure to secure identification, such as a student or an employee ID. Record the ID number on the check. And please ensure that the check is not post-dated and the written digits match the numerical amounts written on the check. All cashiers are not responsible for securing deposits due to the separation of duties policy. However, if you're assigned the responsibility, these are some guidelines to follow. Deposit funds within 3 days of receipt. Remember, UNT only accepts U.S. currency and coins. Use the department's deposit form, which can be found at studentsaccounting.unt.edu's website. Please be sure to use your department's function code when filling out the form. See your manager if you have any questions. And as a reminder, deposits must be transported in a locked bag or tamper-proof bag that is placed inside of a nondescript bag. An example of a nondescript bag would be your purse, a backpack, or tote bag. This is for your safety. UNT policy states each transaction must have a receipt. Most point-of-sale systems issue receipts. And some departments may use a receipt book or other transaction forms. If you do not have a point-of-sale, be sure to record significant details such as payer's name, form of payment, the amount paid, the date of payment, service or product rendered, and initial of the persons processing the transaction. Please be aware there are situations you may encounter an individual with counterfeit money. Don't assume the person is the counterfeiter. They are probably a victim. As you accept cash, checks, the following items of $20 bills or higher, please ensure that you utilize caution when reviewing the details of the bill. Make sure you check the following. Check the paper, the portrait, the watermark, security strip, and if needed, and if you have one available, please use a counterfeit pin. So what do you say if you suspect counterfeit? You say to the constituent, "My counterfeit pin indicates there is a potential counterfeit bill. I'm sorry, I apologize, I cannot accept it. Do you have another form of payment?" UNT policy states that cash variances should be reported to your supervisor on the day of the occurrence. Whether it's a cash shortage or a cash overage, this is still considered a variance and should be tracked by cashiers. If there is a suspected theft, it must be reported the same business day to the university police or internal audit. According to the UNT policy, it states that no refunds from cash funds are allowed. However, if you have questions, please see your department for exceptions and guidelines. This concludes our cashier's training. Let's review our learning goals to ensure you are equipped for your cashier's position. As a reminder, the primary goal of this training program is employee safety. The following are types of cash. When you hear the word cash, these are the items that it's pertaining to. Cashier checks, EFTs, also known as electronic fund transfers, bills, and coins, ACH, also referred to as automatic clearinghouse transactions, travelers and personal checks, money orders, and bank drafts. Credit and debit cards are also considered cash. So how often are you required to complete this training? Annually. Every year you will need to complete this training if you're operating in the cashier's role. Can cash be kept in a desk drawer for a few days before deposited? No, cash cannot be kept in a desk drawer. It must be kept in a safe that is attached to a fixture, and it must be deposited within 3 business days. So when processing checks, what are a few items that you need to remember? 1. Checks must be payable to UNT. Secondly, they They must be endorsed upon receipt and have the current date written on the check. So how should deposits be transported to the student's accounting and university cashier services? They should be transported in a locked bag or tamper evidence bag inside of another nondescript bag. If the deposit is of a large quantity, you may want to have another person escort you to the student accounting and university cashier service. If the amount is over $5,000, you are welcome to call the university police department and they will get someone to escort you over. So what are some of the currency guidelines to follow when handling cash? Remember, UNT only accepts U.S. currency, and if it is counterfeit is suspected, then you must follow the following protocol. Make sure you check the paper, check the portrait, check the watermark, use a counterfeit pen on bills that are 20 or higher. As a reminder, to review this training again and other policies, please visit the following websites. You can visit budget.unt.edu for additional forms, links, and information, or if you'd like to review our policies again, please visit www.policy.unt.edu. If you have questions in reference to certain constituents in your department, please see your supervisor. If your supervisor is not able to assist you, you're welcome to call Mr. Larry Worthy, the Finance and Administration Asset Protector. His phone number is 940-565-2680. Again, thank you for participating in this cash handling training. Please proceed to the 10-question exam link once you exit this program to complete the cashier's exam. To secure your certificate of completion, you must obtain an 80% or higher on the exam. The certificate will need to be signed by your supervisor confirming the completion of this training program. Again, thank you for participating and we wish you great success.